That 99 team was led by Karen and Christy Litchie. They were dynamic in leading the Gym Dogs to that national championship. And Suzanne Yocklin is depending on young ladies like Nikki Childs, just a junior, who's not performed as much in major competition this year, to fare well here.
Starting off on bars for the Gym Dogs. Very dynamic routines. They have unique skills. You can see right here, giant 1.5, and actually does a ginger between the bars. Beautiful form. Right down to a pack salto. Beautiful right there again. Like I've mentioned, the judges are going to separate these routines based on if they hit every handstand, which she has done. Giant full right to a double tuck. Perfect landing. That is exactly what the Gym Dogs need right now.
This is an emotional team. You see a hug from assistant Jay Clark and Suzanne Yocklin with some high fives as well. And Nikki Childs gets the Gym Dogs out to a good start, 9.85. As we move over to floor exercise, where Greg Marsden's Utes are ready to go, has 9 NCAA championships. And back in the 80s, his team was dominant. They won 5 in a row. And here's Katie Kivisto, the junior from Boca Raton, on floor.
It's their second tumbling pass. A whip half to front full. See a little short there on the landing, that leg popping up. That will be a slight deduction. This is the event where the hometown crowd is going to play a big factor, a lot of energy. It's really fun to perform in front of crowds that have a lot of energy and excitement as well. Last tumbling pass. Round off tuck 1.5 right to a punch front. Much better landing on that pass.
The crowd enjoyed it, and you'll hear more from them today, that's to be sure. Katie Kivisto with a score of 9.775. So they did take those deductions you pointed out.
Well, and it's not a great score, but it's not a bad score. But in this kind of competition, it's going to come down to those little differences.
On the beam, UCLA's Jordan Schwikert, the younger of the Schwikert sisters.
Back handspring layout. Oh, struggle there on that landing. Switch leap. Right down to a Shushanova chest roll. We mentioned the crowd being a factor for the Utes on the floor. It will also be a factor for UCLA on the beam. Will they be able to concentrate through those loud roars? Back jump full, right to a beat jump. Besides that one major wobble on her tumbling series, this has been a pretty solid routine. So it won't be a horrible score for UCLA, but hopefully it'll be one that they can actually toss out. Dismounting off the side, gainer full, fighting for that landing.
So after nearly falling off the beam, she recovered nicely, did Jordan Schwikert, and a score of 9.70. Over to the vault, Nebraska's Michelle Zabawa.
See a lot of power right there in that run, performing your Chenko full. Very nice. Only deduction really is on that landing. You can tell she likes it too.
Nebraska needs it. Dan Kindig is happy, and her score is 9.85 on the vault. Over to bars now. Georgia's Tiffany Tolnay, just a sophomore. She was a welcomed addition last year.
She is beautiful on this event. Showing off great lines, actually holding that handstand. Very difficult to do that on bars. Right into a Jaeger. Beautiful shoot to handstand. Wow, this has been a flawless routine, but she does have a very difficult dismount. The blind landing, double front, can't see the ground before she lands. And you can see right there, it makes it very difficult to stick it. She did take a slight step there, but overall beautiful routine.
Her mom Melissa's excited. Somehow those Georgia fans managed to find their decibel level even above this Utah crowd. A 9.90 for Tiffany Tolnay. Over to the beam where UCLA's Melissa Chan is already at work.
There's a lot of pressure on this young lady to regroup and regenerate momentum on this event. Very dynamic flight series. Round off layout, 2 feet. You can see tremendous height. That's a good thing and a bad thing on this event, because if you're a little off, there's no chance in saving it, but today she was on. She needs a perfect landing here on this dismount. Very difficult round of double tuck, and she did it.
Some elevation, huh?
She seemed to definitely handle that pressure today.
Well, it came at an important time for Melissa and for Valerie Condesfield. She's got a hug for her, and how? A 9.9. Hoping to pick her up is senior Nicolle Ford here on floor exercise.
Nicolle is one of the most consistent competitors on this team. Actually only falling about 3 times since she was a freshman. That's very impressive. This is her final tumbling pass. Forming a front 1.5, perfect landing. I'll tell you what, it is coming down to who can rebound from these mistakes on every team.
7-time All-American coming through for Utah. You almost get the feeling that there's some anxiety to perform at a higher level because of this home crowd. And a good score here for Nicolle Ford. They needed it, a 9.90. Here's Nebraska's leader, Emily Parsons, on the vault.
She's ranked second on this event for a reason. Watch the power and distance. Beautiful, and just a small hop on the landing.
Should be a good score for her and a recovery of sorts for Nebraska. There you see it, 9.90, a team score of 49.325. Over to the bars we go. Georgia's Katie Heenan. This is her best event, 2007 SEC Gymnast of the Year.
Georgia has packed routines, a lot of difficulty throughout the lineup. Beautiful Jaeger and great height and form. Right down to that shoot to handstand again, nailing those handstand positions. She also does a blind landing on this dismount, double front. You see right there, it's so difficult to actually stick those, so there will be a slight deduction there.
But a very good routine. Her mom, Lisa, leading the cheers. Suzanne Yacklin also with a hug, and a 9.85 for Katie Heenan. Over to floor exercise where Utah's Kristina Baskett has already gotten underway.
Round off 1.5 front layout. Such a beautiful gymnast to watch on all 4 events, especially on this event, though. She's great flexibility and performance.
Kristina Baskett is a member of the Dean's List here at Utah, a 2-time All-American.
This was always my favorite event to compete on because I love to perform, and you can just see her having a great time out there. 1 tumbling pass to go, and so far it's been a very clean routine. Finishes with a 2.5. See a little step there on the landing, but overall that's going to be a big score for Utah.
She thinks so, and so does this crowd. Jean, one of the many Utes fans, her mom, excited about the score too. 9.90 for Kristina Baskett. 7-0 number earlier in this rotation, so let's see what Tasha can do here.
Well, if anyone can handle pressure, it is Tasha. Back handspring layout, step out. She's a 2004 Olympian. Competed at that international level for a long time, so this is nothing new to her.
This obviously was while Baskett was in the middle of her floor exercise, so she had to fight through some of the crowd reactions here in Salt Lake City.
mentioned it before, but you can see it in the way a gymnast moves on this event if they're confident. This has been a flawless routine. Beautiful flexibility there on those straddle jumps. All that's left is the dismount. Round off double full, wow.
Oh, what concentration.
It doesn't get much better than that.
She hit it at just the right time, a 9.925. She really needed a big score there. And here's Courtney Kupets, defended her all-around championship and added the vault title to her impressive resume. The sophomore has set a gym dog record with 5 NCAA individual titles, but she'd rather just compete than keep track of her trophies.
Well, here's a look back at her winning the all-around title this year. She was solid as a rock on the balance beam, scoring a 9.9. And on floor, not far from perfect with a 9.95. She is dynamic on this event and really shows it off.
I know you'd like to see some of these 9.95s become 10s, right?
This event especially, she has a huge vault, nailing the landing every time. And this event too, watch this dismount, double layout. Beautiful. My sister Ashley at the end was like, I think you might have done it again. I was like, done what? Is that today? Like, I totally forgot if it was what day it was on. So actually, it kind of worked out in my favor for someone to not have done that in 10 years and to be one of those people. It's pretty cool. So I go out there and do gymnastics and have fun. So for something like that to happen, it just makes it all worth it.
Courtney Kupets trailblazing for the Gym Dogs. And next year, Amanda, she'll have a chance to tie Jenny Hansen of Kentucky, the NCAA's only 3-time all-around champion. Here she is on bars.
She has beautiful release moves, a lot of dynamics in this routine. Wow. What impresses me most about Courtney is it's not just a one routine that she gets a 9.9 or here and there. It is almost every single time. And she knows exactly what it takes to get those scores. She has beautiful form, excellent height there on her Tkachev. And it always comes down to the dismount, double layout.
It doesn't get much better than that. Courtney Kupets' sister Ashley, a #1 cheerleader out with that season-ending injury, knows how much that means. And look at the cumulative scores, 9.90 for Courtney, 49.425 on the bars for the Gym Dogs. Now here's the young lady that's finished second in the all-around the last 2 years, Ashley Postell of Utah.
Beautiful open there, double Arabian, solid landing.
10-time All-American, the anchor on 3 of the 4 events in every competition for Utah.
Comes right back with another tumbling pass. 2.5, punch front. Excellent. You can hear the crowd going wild, but the difference is her landings. That's going to be the difference in a big score. For showing this routine off, she has dynamic music.
She was the 2002 World Balance Beam Champion. I mean, we're looking at really one of the elite athletes in this competition.
It's been amazing to watch collegiate gymnastics really evolve with a lot of elite level athletes. You see elite level gymnastics performed very well. Of course, Ashley being one of those athletes that brings so much dynamics as well as difficulty and energy to this collegiate competition. Finishes with the very difficult triple full. Needing to pull around 3 twists and 1 flip.
Oh.
Perfect.
Wow, the junior from Virginia with an impressive showing on floor exercise. Her mom, Linda, is loving it. And so, too, apparently, are the judges. A 9.95 cumulative score of 49.375 for you.